It's me, mayohosko, coming to you at 60 frames per second in 4K resolution. No sugar, no filler, just real whole egg, and welcome to my channel. Hello and welcome to episode 16 of Miracle Whip. I have absolutely nothing planned right now. I have nothing planned because I've got no room and I've got nothing to build because I'm saving what I will be building for future streams. And let's put music on in the background. And I should have gone to the Thunderbox before this stream because I gotta cut one. Hey Ingrid. You know what I'll do? There's a package I got from Pick-a-Brick online that I'm gonna unbox. And I think these are not, they're not heads, they're just yellow tiles. I will say that if we do not get double-digit likes on this stream by the end of the hour, I will never be doing one of these episodes ever again. I will stop. Because clearly this is not working. And I've actually floated the idea of replacing Miracle Whip Live with scrambled eggs. And maybe if I replace it with that, I might get a better audience. Because I would have people buying into the hype, so to speak. Because this is a specific person that suggested I do this. And the only reason I came up with this stream idea in the first place was because I thought I would be able to capitalize off of a certain viewership, but that did not happen. Which is kind of disappointing. And what I need to do now is I used so many different types of pieces when I was building Lego cars that I need to put back because I don't need those pieces right now. So I'm just stacking them up, kind of like a Jenga tower, to get them out of my way. And I really hope they don't fall over, because if they fall over, that'll be a catastrophe. I'm literally stacking them like a Jenga tower. Hello, Big Nate Bricks. There is some serious weather going on outside our house. I'm not sure what the weather is, but it's very humid today. And I'm very happy that the Dallas Cowboys lost because I told my followers on Twitter, X, that I will not tweet until the Cowboys lose and the Eagles win in the same week. So I'm so glad that the Bills Mafia beat the Dallas Cowboys today. I'm so fucking glad. Because if the Eagles beat the Seahawks, well, this tower about to collapse. I need to start a new one. Then I'll go back on Twitter again. In the meantime, I actually created a shit posting. I created a shit posting account on Twitter just to have some fun, because I like having fun on social media. Yeah, and that completely fell over. And that's gonna blow. Oh, that's so frustrating. Don't you hate it when stuff just falls over because of gravity? Gravity makes stuff fall over for me all the time. And it's really annoying. Let me know how much of your stuff falls over because of gravity. Because I know I'm not the only one. And I'm just stacking these up like Jenga so that I can do a live opening. Well, I can do a live unboxing of a pick-a-brick order. Because when I was buying sets during the Black Friday sales, I was short of the threshold to get the Magisto's Magical Workshop GWP after I pulled the trigger and bought the UCS X-Wing, which I will be building on May the 4th be with you. And if there are any Star Wars fans out there who will also be buying sets on May the 4th be with you and would like to come on to a May the 4th be with you live stream and build those Lego Star Wars sets, please reach out to me. I'm available on most social medias. Okay, that's out of the way now. Anyway, so we had this package, and I'm not sure where my Stanley knife is. I'm not sure what I did with my Stanley knife. Where? No, it's not that. I really hope it's not buried underneath all of this crap. Yeah, it is. Let's unbag this, shall we? So they would have split up my order by the best sellers and the regular pieces, but I also placed a minifigure only order. And that's what this is. So I got some pieces for my castle. So I guess this is a minifigure haul, is what this is going to be. A minifigure haul. And I'll assemble the minifigs while we're at it. Better not reveal my address, but I do have a PO box. If anyone wants to send me fan mail, DM me requesting my PO box number. I might actually do a video about my PO box. Anyway, so I didn't order any legs. I just needed the torsos because I have plenty of legs in my collection, and I only order them en masse when I need to replace them. So along with minifigure pieces, I also ordered some of these dark bluish grey 2x2 45-degree roof slopes that go on the tops of the roofs. And I always need more of these wide-brimmed helmets for my archers. So I decided to buy more of these. And I also realized that I don't have enough villagers in my castle area. So I decided to buy some more torsos. And actually, because I don't have any faces, or I don't have any heads or legs near me right now, I'm going to put these into an alternate area. I got these big league boxes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these pieces into this big league box. This is from IKEA. Until I get my mountain going, I use these big league boxes as part storage. So they'll be in there for now. And there's nothing in this one. Bye, Ingrid. And in this one, I have a bunch of mail. I want to create a whole series of mail cargo for my post office that can use these things. I think it'd also be cool to build a mail van on my railway. That'd be cool too. Because I bought all of those mail pieces from the Lego store when I went to Brick World Chicago. And I was surprised not many more people had bought those, because I got them at the end of Brick World Chicago. And when I went to the Lego store before Brick World Chicago started, they were fully stocked. And when I got there before I left to come home, they were still pretty fully stocked. To my surprise, I would have thought the mail would have been more popular than that, because it's a printed piece, and printed pieces normally sell well. But yeah, I just wanted to do that quick little haul, and I can't do anything with those pieces until I get my castle area going again, and that's not going to be for probably another month, because I want to get my city constructed before I do anything with the castle. And I've been dealing with a lot of mixed emotions this week. A lot of good things, but a lot of bad things. One of the good things is that we sold our house at auction for over 1.3 million Australian dollars, which is higher than I expected. Even higher than what the rest of my family expected. So we've got a decent amount of money to go buy a new house and pay off the debt we owe to the bank for building another house. So essentially, we'll turn one expensive house into two more affordable houses, because the real estate market has just skyrocketed in our country. And it still boggles my mind. It still absolutely boggles my mind how a crappy house in our country, in a metropolitan region, can still be worth $500,000. I blame negative gearing. I blame the tax office, and I blame the interest rates, the Federal Reserve, for encouraging investors in real estate so much that it's literally priced anyone out for the first time in this country's history of buying a house. Because there have been plenty of countries where young people have been priced out of the housing market for decades now, and they have grown up. Well, there's people walking outside our house. There's plenty of countries around the world where young people just expect to live in a small, cramped apartment for their whole lives because their country's dream died a long time ago. And to an extent, the American dream is dying, and the Australian dream is starting to die as well. So, for the first time in our country's history, young people now are not expecting to ever own a house, which is pretty fucking bullshit if you ask me, which is why I'm thankful that I've been raised in an upper middle class family that can afford things that my peers from university and high school couldn't. And hello, alternate candidate. And so that's why I'm glad that I'm in the real estate situation where I am, and that my parents are loving enough that they have the means necessary to put their children in a position to succeed. Because our parents are loving, and they're not the type of people that go to their children and say, once you're 18, we're going to throw you out on the street, goodbye forever. Those are the types of parents who are the people that promote all of the sort of baby boomer propaganda, or they're the Netflix and chill type parents who didn't even want kids in the first place, but they accidentally had them. So when I complain about a lot of the superficial things, I recognize that I could be a whole lot more fucked than what I am. And the more people I talk to on social media, the more I tell myself that. Because there are plenty of people, even in the Lego community, right here, right now, who are living like hell. They are living like hell, and they have had to cut back on purchasing Lego. Well, a fan just fell over. They've had to cut back on purchasing Lego simply because they can't even afford to put food on the table anymore because of the dreadful state of the world. Hello, Brick Hive. Yeah, I'm done ranting about that. All I'll say is that my numbers aren't what they used to be, and unless I make serious changes, I'm not going to enjoy what I do. Anyway, we had some people commenting on my stuff since the last stream, and as I like to do on my streams now, I like to go into the comments published that I haven't responded to and respond to people there instead of responding to people in my own time. So let's share this screen. So who's been commenting? So on my last stream, Johnny G 2501 said, I missed the eggy goodness. And I'll say, you miss a lot of stuff when people forget to turn on notifications. And then Snowflake Eyes Forever said replay, and I'll do hashtag replay gang. And then Country Bricks Build Craze 8916 commented on my second to last community post saying all the above. And I will say, what am I going to say? I think the results are speaking for themselves. And then on my latest video, which was uploaded 4.5 hours ago, we've got 2 comments already. The first one was by Nate, Mr. 4482, who is Mr. Blue, said, nice train box, Mayo, have a great week. They are the most prototypical, they are the most prototypical locomotives I've ever built. And then, I'll heart that. And then Brick Hive said, how many trains do you have? Now, I have to think about this. So, I own 1 of the yellow cargo train from 2010. I own 2 of the passenger trains from 2010, so that's 3. I never bought the red cargo train because I'm pretty sure that was a Toys R Us exclusive. I own 1 of the blue cargo trains from 2014, so that's 4. I have the heavy haul train from 2015, that's 5. I have 2 of the green cargo trains from 2018, so that's 7. And I own the 2022 freight train, so that's 8. I'm just trying to remember if I have anything else. Because I don't buy, normally I don't buy the Lego trains that don't have the power functions. So I never bought the Horizon Express. I never bought the Maersk train. I don't have any of the holiday trains. I'm not buying the Orient Express, not for the reasons you might think, but because of prototypical inaccuracy, I'm not buying that. And I normally collect the freight trains, not the cargo train. The freight trains, not the passenger trains, just because freight trains are more common in Australia and America, and I actually have more fun playing with cargo trains than passenger trains. So that's 8 powered trains. I'm trying to remember if I have any unpowered. pretty sure I don't have any unpowered, but I do have some of the poly bags that were trains, but I don't like to count those just because they weren't made for the standard gauge, and I don't include the roller coasters because I technically have a roller coaster. It's the Minecart Railway from the 2018 Lego City Mine. So I'm going to say 8. 8 motorized trains from 2010 to 2022. Because I had to think about that. Because I forget. Because when I'm building so many mocks, it's kind of easy to forget some of the trains that I've disassembled in the past. Because I always forget if I own duplicates of the heavy haul train or not. And I always forget if I own duplicates of the 2014 cargo train. I should probably go back in my instructions collection and see if there are duplicates of those. Because I organized all of my instructions when Lego came out with the program of getting 20 VIP points when you scan the QR code on the instructions. I took that opportunity to organize all of my instructions, and that was when I was spring cleaning before I moved house. So I killed 3 birds with 1 stone with all of that stuff. Yeah, so those were all of the comments, and if anyone, as I always say when I do these segments from now on, if anyone has recently watched any of my videos and you forgot to leave a comment on anything and you want me to respond to your comments on camera right now, just go back and do that, and then I'll go do it. And also, I've been getting some questions from people about the new segment I want to do called Instagram Time. Because I've had people say, can I just message you pictures of whatever Lego I have to show? And the reason I can't do that is because what I do in Instagram Time is I go to the search bar on Instagram, I search #RealWholeEgg, and I see what comes up. Hello, Mr. Blue. Yeah, so that's how that works. So if anyone ever wants pictures of their Lego to be featured on Instagram Time, then you have to use the #RealWholeEgg in your posts and they'll get featured. I'm trying to come up with an intro. There was someone else saying Instagram Time in that accent from a podcast almost 10 years ago now, that I want to steal their line, and it's the same podcast that I've stealed a lot of people's lines from because it's entertaining. It's entertaining. Yeah. And so, for those who haven't watched my video I uploaded today, it's about why Lego trains suck. It primarily focuses on the latest train mock I built, which is this Octane diesel shunter, which is based on a British Railways Class 07. This is unpowered. My British Railways Class 08 shunter is powered, because you can see the powered up chassis underneath there. The unpowered chassis look significantly different. So if I could get this on camera correctly, that's what they look like side by side. And I've done Instagram posts, and I've sent these to Discord servers. So if you're not already following me on Instagram, you should definitely go do that. And if you want to come join the fun on Discord, there was a link for my Discord server in the description, as is all my other social medias. We only need 6 more followers to get to 300, and then we'll be doing a giveaway over on Instagram, giving away more of my sig figs. And I was looking over the schedule. So episode 26 of Real Hoeg is going to be the last one before Christmas, and I'm going away on family vacation for that. So there will be no Miracle Whip this time next week because that's Christmas and I'll be on family vacation. I have a short coming out about that this time next week to add further context. And also last night I did some stuff about my Black Friday haul, the sets I ordered from Black Friday, which some of you guys might have seen me unboxing that. But I also took a photo of my haul and that's what I posted on Instagram today. If anyone forgot about that, about what sets I got on Black Friday, you can go look at that photo on Instagram. And I need to do a video outlining my plans for those sets. I'll probably incorporate it into the next city update, which will come out on the Thursday after Christmas, and that'll be the last city update of 2023. And since I'm not planning on putting any Lego in the city for the city update, I'm just going to show assembled tables to kind of give a clean slate start to Mayo City 3.0, of which, if anyone hasn't seen the goings on of my Lego City, which if you haven't, you're probably living under a rock, because consistently I run polls with my subscribers, and by far my city updates are the most popular thing I do on my channel, which is why I want to refocus my city update, my channel, to be about the Lego City and less about all of the other crap that goes on in my collection. And we have Mikey J Productions. Hey, Mikey J. And for all of the context about everything I say, people are free to go back and watch previous streams on replay, because for the goings on of my Lego channel, that's where I reveal a lot of that information. It's just another reason to incentivize people to actually watch the live streams, because then you understand the context and you get all the content, because I'm less likely to say that stuff in my videos, because I could ramble on about all of that stuff until the cows come home. But in my videos, I have to keep things concise, and then I have to hyper edit all of that stuff. I'm going through a lot of format changes, so that I can feel more proud about my content. And I ran another community post last week asking people what video length they prefer, and the majority of people said 5 to 10 minutes. Right now I've been doing 10 to 11 minutes, but I was reading that about a year ago, YouTube decreased their threshold for mid-roll ads from 10 minutes to 8 minutes. And so I've known that for about 6 months now, but I've just never bothered to change my format. So I'm thinking, if I change the pace ever so slightly of my videos, I might be able to compress everything down to 8 to 9 minutes instead of 10 to 11 minutes. which means I'm gonna do a lot of reformatting of my video style just to make everything a little bit more shorter, because I want to keep in line with the rest of the YouTube landscape, and that means I need to do a lot of changes. And I'm still working on a bunch of scripts. Script writing is like the bane of my existence. There's so many video projects that I have incomplete scripts for, and then I need to do a trailer. I want to do trailers for all of those big video projects, and then I need to do a channel trailer, because I've never made a channel trailer before. And then the first week of January, I'm going to film stuff for my 11-year anniversary. And I was reviewing the calendar after I spent time with my extended family yesterday. We went out for lunch at a hotel restaurant about 20 minutes away from me. And I was looking at the calendar because one of my aunties is having their 70th birthday soon. And I looked at the calendar. They're going to have their birthday on my 11-year anniversary, the 7th of January 2024. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to have my 11-year anniversary at my normal streaming time, because the 7th is a Sunday. My family prefers to do stuff on the Sunday, and I prefer to do stuff with my family on the Sunday because I like to reserve Saturdays for YouTube. So kind of like when I've done birthday streams in the past, where it's either before or after my birthday, I'm going to do my 11-year anniversary video one day before my actual 11-year anniversary. It'll be best for all parties, and it keeps consistency. And that's when I will be building the birthday cake Lego store exclusive. I bought that during Black Friday, and that's one of the sets pictured in my Black Friday Instagram post I posted today. I'm going to be building that, and I'm going to be building a mock for Brickvention 2024, because I was watching Adora Build's live stream on Saturday night, which is Saturday morning in for most of the rest of the world. And I got to thinking, wouldn't it be fun to infiltrate her table, because she's going to bring, I think, some Elves mocks and some Care Bears mocks to Brickvention. I thought it'd be funny. Well, since I don't have any plans for the public days of Brickvention, why don't I just hang around near her table and try to infiltrate her table with something small, just like how when the Brick Adjuster exhibited his micro scale Lego City and theme park at Brickworld Chicago, I secretly snuck my builds of the 2018 vintage Lego micro builds at the corner of his table. I think it'd be fun, because it's Adora Build, to build a brick-built 3D model of a sun, a lollipop, and a rainbow, because we always joke that the most important part about any Lego set is that it looks nice and pretty. It's not the prototypical accuracy, it's not the strength and stability, it's not the quality of the set design, it's not the ease of build, it's not the price of the set, it's not the value of the set, it's none of that. It's what looks nice and pretty. And we always make that joke. And when I always make that joke, I always like to throw in sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. And then we all laugh. together. So I think that'd be a funny inside joke if I built 3D models of a a sunshine sun, a lollipop, and a rainbow, and stick it all on a 48 by 48 base plate, maybe, which would be flat enough that I could fit inside of my suitcase, because I am going to fly to Melbourne for that. And I'm banking on last minute cheap flights, because I was looking at flights to go to Melbourne for Wick Convention, and there was this one airline that has really cheap flights because they are a really small plane, and so they can't sell as many tickets. So I'm banking on that happen, because normally with the big airline companies, you have to book months in advance, because they get more expensive over time. But the smaller aircraft, if anyone's ever flown on a plane before, the cheaper flights are with the airline companies that can't fill their planes, because either they don't market themselves good enough or they have a bad reputation, i.e. Spirit Airlines. I don't have any first-hand experience with Spirit Airlines, but I just know that people like to complain about Spirit Airlines. Anyway, what's everyone doing in the chat? Is there any interesting conversations? And Mikey J is saying a lot of good stuff. It's good to evolve. I pretty much stopped doing shorts. I don't enjoy them. What are the Australian Christmas traditions? What are the Australian Christmas traditions? Well, because we are in the southern hemisphere, the rich people have pool parties. Yeah. And you can't do that in the northern hemisphere. And there are some people who don't do family gatherings, so they just go with their immediate family to the beach, because it's hot outside. You can't do that in the northern hemisphere. So those are the two main things that I can think about. Pretty much summer behavior, because we are in the southern hemisphere. And in fact, the stereotypical Australian Christmas is a Santa Claus sitting on a lawn chair underneath a palm tree near an inflatable pool, drinking a beer. That is the Australian stereotype of Santa Claus. Mikey says he's getting better but still sick. He's going to school tomorrow, if that tells you anything. Yeah, because I know that in one of the recent videos Mikey J did, Georgie wasn't feeling so well. And we at the mayohosko channel like to wish a speedy recovery to anyone that is sick or ill. I don't collect action figures because I am not that type of person who likes to collect stuff that just collects dust. But I really wish I had started a bobblehead collection a long time ago, because I enjoy bobbleheads more than Funko Pops. I know a lot of my friends collect Funko Pops, but they just sit in their boxes. At least with the bobblehead you can play with. And I'm not. And this is going to be weird to say, but I know a lot of people that keep their action figures behind a glass case to keep the dust out of it. And I'm just like, well, if an action figure is designed to be played with because it's full of action, and you're just going to have it sitting behind a glass wall, what's the point of that? It might as just well be new in box like a Funko Pop. People don't take Funko Pops out of their boxes. And I've always found it weird. What's the point of collecting something if you're just going to keep it in its box? I collect Lego because I want to get it out of its box, and that's why Lego is the best toy in the world. And I might have accidentally started collecting the second best toy in the world, which is Hot Wheels, because people keep on gifting me new in box Hot Wheels. Go get inked up, Nate. Yes, pool parties. At our old house, we used to have a pool. But then I realized I'm not a pool guy, because I don't like to waste half an hour getting out of the water just drying off. So I used to really like swimming in pools because there was a novelty to me. But then I realized, hey, this is one of the biggest fucking wastes of my time I could ever do, and so I stopped swimming in pools. Yeah, those are the resellers that do all of that. Those are the resellers or box collectors. You might say boxer boys, maybe. Hashtag boxer boys. I don't roll like that. I'm a mock builder, not a set builder. So the only reason any of my Lego sets are in boxes is because I'm waiting to build those sets at appropriate times. And speaking of building sets at appropriate times, it'd be really swell if we could get to 650 subscribers before my 11-year anniversary, because at 650 subscribers, I will be building the scaled up minifigure, and then I will be trying to turn that scaled up minifigure, which is a very simplistic blue baseball cap, red shirt, or a red torso and blue pants, into something that looks like my sig fig. And I think it'd be cool to design the old airport logo into that torso to look like my sig fig. I think that'd be really fun to build. Kind of like how I built a brickhead version of my sig fig before I moved house. Do that technique, but scaled up, because it's a scaled up minifigure. That's what I think would be really fun to build. And on my Christmas, well, on episode 26 of Real Whole Egg, which will be the Christmas episode, that's when I'll be building the Winter Village. You can purchase that's the market stall. So if anyone has any winter sets or holiday sets or Christmas sets that you still have left to build, please DM me on any of the social medias. And much like when I did the train stream a couple weeks ago, where I asked people, hey, if you're planning on buying the Orient Express, maybe we should all come together and build the Orient Express. I'm not buying the Orient Express, but I have train mocks to build, i.e. this stuff right here has been featured in two of my videos now. So if anyone has any of the winter sets or the holiday sets or the Christmas sets that you still have yet to build for this holiday season, let me know, and I'll invite anyone that has any of those sets to build to the next episode of Real Whole Egg, so we can wish everyone a happy holidays while building those Lego sets. And whenever I get multiples of any given gift with purchase, I'm always going to keep one new in box now, because eventually I want to do a gift with purchase stream, unless London Bridge Bricks does his gift with purchase stream first. And when he announced that, I thought, you know what, that's a good idea, doing nothing but building gift with purchases. And so either I'm going to hold out until he does that same thing, or I'm going to do it myself and beat everyone to the punch. So punch. Anything else? Yes. Yeah. So what I talked about in today's video was giving the backstory about how I built this thing. This is unpowered. This is powered. This is a Class 07. This is a Class 08. This has the wasp stripes on it because it's a national livery. This has the Octane. This has the Octane color scheme on it because it's an industrial livery. This will be used for set dressing. This will be used for actual shunting. And the reason why Lego trains suck is because it's not in its own theme anymore. Lego discontinued the Lego train theme in 2005 when they came out with the Lego City theme. Once they discontinued the 9-volt trains and they switched over to the RC trains, which then they changed for the power functions, which they then changed for the powered up in 2006, 2009, and 2018, respectively. There's some noisy traffic outside. Trains stopped being its own theme. And I think Lego still holds true for the disappointing sales of the My Own Train thing as to why they don't take as much risks anymore with their trains. And I think that's really disappointing. And it's fucked up everything that made Lego trains cool. It fucked up everything. And it leaves people to have to build their own shit because Lego does not give us what we want. If Lego had better market research, they would listen to all of the sets that we want them to produce, and it would be a guaranteed sale because we told Lego we would buy it. People have been wanting Lego to re-release the airport shuttle for years and years and years. And I can guarantee you, if they re-release the airport shuttle for $500, keep in mind, back in 1990, that was originally a $170 set. So $500 in 2023 would be more than the inflated value, not driven by the market, but driven by the inflation rate over the past 35 years or so. People would still pay the $500 for a 2023 or a 2024 airport shuttle because that's what we've been asking for, and they refuse to do it. Monorails are a train because it's the motto in monorail means that instead of having 2 rails, they have 1 rail. And I'm pretty sure I spoke about the monorail in today's video. But it just boggles my mind because Lego just refuses to do all of that shit. And it's a detriment to the brand as a whole. It's a slap in the face to some of their biggest customers, and it's a missed opportunity for their sales because Lego, whenever they have a yearly profit loss, forgetting they still made a profit, forgetting they have had multiple years beforehand of making a net profit. Not a gross profit, a net profit. And yet they still pull the shit on people like Kevin Hinkle, for example. And I've heard a lot of people talking about the way that Lego mistreated Kevin Hinkle because Lego continues to make dumb decision after dumb decision. So I'm going to talk about Kevin Hinkle. The reason Kevin Hinkle was fired wasn't because he was bad at his job, but because he was made redundant, because when Lego's profits went down by 0.1%, keeping in mind they still made a gross profit, they just didn't make a net profit. And that's why you had people like Briggsar joking, the reason Lego lost money, which they didn't lose money, they still made money. What boxes?
Look, this one is supposed to be another one.
I haven't seen any boxes. I just consumed a fuck ton of water. Anyway, sorry about that interruption. That happens from time to time because of the nature of our living arrangements. Anyway, as I was saying, Lego still made a profit. They just didn't make as much of a profit, which is why they fired a bunch of their employees, including Kevin Hinkle. And instead of fixing problems at the operations level, or at the market level, or at the production level, they instead just fire people from their jobs, because that's the easiest way to do things, even though Lego wastes a whole lot of money on things that aren't their employees. And they hold antiquated poor sales against themselves. They literally put handcuffs on themselves when they refuse to make stuff like good quality trains, when people from the Lego group mention, well, 20 years ago we did this thing called My Own Train and it didn't sell so well and blah 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 blah. they still try pull that bullshit over all of our eyes. Because a lot of people at the Lego group are in denial of the truth, and they can't admit to their own faults. Anyway, I'm done ranting, and all of that sentiment can be found in my latest video, and you should definitely go watch that video. But in the meantime, Clickin' and Brickin' should be starting. So let me go get the link for Clickin' and Brickin'. Ooh. And let me post it up in the comments. Go watch Clickin' and Brickin'. Actually, hang on a minute. Isn't there a thing where if I go like, yes, Clickin' and Brickin'. So who do we have in the chat today? We had Miss Ingrid Briggs, Big Nate Briggs, Mikey J Productions, Johnny G. Johnny says, "Can you believe I saw what you did there, Johnny? That's a good one." Yeah, that was everyone. So go watch Clickin' and Brickin'. I'm done for the day. I'm gonna go talk about sport with one of my friends over on an Instagram live stream in 25 minutes because we like the NFL. His team lost, and I'm sure we'll talk about how bad the New England Patriots are. So if you also hate the New England Patriots, go follow me on Instagram, and you can go and watch that stream for blah 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 blah. Anyway, I'll see you in the next short. I'll see you in the next live stream, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Let's roll the credits.
Thank you for supporting mayohosko Media. Your viewership is very important to us. Tell YouTube you like us by smashing the like button. Let your thoughts be known in the comments down below. Never miss out on any more LEGO content from us by hitting the subscribe button and ringing the notification bell. Stay tuned for live streams every Friday night at 9 PM Eastern in North America, and monthly city updates on the last Wednesday or Thursday of every month. If you like Minecraft and gaming streams, follow us on Twitch, mayo_hosko, no capital letters. Twitch streams every Saturday morning at 8 AM Eastern in North America. To be in the know, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at real_mayohosko. Have fun with us on our Discord server. Friend us on Facebook and join the fan club group. For business inquiries, email us at mayohosko@gmail.com. For historical inquiries, check out our website. For special community perks, including behind the scenes, voting rights, and early access videos, become an investor today by pledging to us on Patreon. Links in the description. Watch this video recommended to you, or check out this playlist if you missed any previous videos of the same genre. This has been mayohosko, and I am a fan of old LEGO. #AFOOL.